From the station working for you, this is Good Morning Indiana, streaming now.
More COVID relief is on the way for Marion County residents. Now at 4:30, we're breaking down the new financial programs approved by the City County Council last night.
Plus, an important warning for Hoosiers this morning, why one doctor says you should continue to keep your circles small despite the growing number of people who are getting vaccinated.
And a few local writers will be able to take their words from the page to the stage with the help of a new grant. This morning, we're shining a spotlight on Onyx Fest and its mission to help African-American playwrights. But first, here at 4:30, I want to thank you for joining our team on Good Morning Indiana. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Megan Shin. On this Tuesday morning, we got Todd keeping a close eye on the forecast. What can we expect today, Todd?
You know, as you walk out the door, it's chilly this morning, a little colder than it was yesterday. And so you're going to have to contend with that. But otherwise, it's pretty quiet in the forecast, at least for our Tuesday, as we are going to see maybe a little bit of sunshine here this morning. But these are actual temperatures, down to 18 in Muncie to get you going on this Tuesday morning, 20 in Bloomington. Let me throw on the wind chill values for you, and it feels like it is in the teens and single digits in many locations. 14 in Terre Haute is what it feels like, 17 in Lafayette. Muncie, it feels like 8 degrees currently. So it's one of the colder mornings, but this is nothing compared to what it's going to be by about this time next week. A little hint there in your 7-day planning forecast, unfortunately. A little bit of cloud cover here on the far western portion of the state. And the big story continues to be there's a blizzard and monster nor'easter on the east coast where they've seen almost 2 feet of snow in spots. That will not impact our weather. A little bit of sunshine here this morning. The local groundhogs may see their shadow before the clouds kind of fill back in as we work our way into the middle half of the day with high temperatures today, Lauren, topping off in the low to mid 30s.
Todd, thank you. Let's take a look right now at your commute. This is I-65 at West Street and MLK. If you look on the right side of your screen, you can see some flashing lights and some road construction going on there in the right lane. Keep in mind as you're heading into the north split into the downtown area, we do have crews working near the Meridian Street exit in both directions, northbound and southbound. We have some restrictions out there, some barrels in the lanes, so just use caution as you travel through that area. Keep your eyes on the roads and expect just a few slowdowns. Megan?
Lauren, thank you. And more financial help is on the way for Marion County residents. Last night, the City County Council approved Mayor Joe Hogsett's request to allocate additional COVID-19 relief funds. Nearly $29 million will be allocated towards rental assistance. The additional funds more than doubles the program that has already helped nearly 16,000 Marion County households. Up to $10 million will go towards local Paycheck Protection Program loans. Also, Federal Emergency Management Agency public assistance will receive $3.7 million. That money will be used for pandemic-related expenses, paying for included overtime, PPE, cleaning services, and much more, Lauren.
And let's take a closer look at the latest data from the State Department of Health this morning. Our 7-day positivity rate of new COVID-19 cases continues to decline. Health officials report just over 1,700 new cases of the virus, so that's the lowest number of new cases we've seen since last Sunday. To date, 628,391 Hoosiers have tested positive for the virus. Health officials also report 16 new COVID-related deaths between January 27th and January 31st. Since March, 9,613 Hoosiers have died with COVID-19. And this morning, health officials say an additional 5,800 Hoosiers have received both doses of the vaccine. That means now more than 143,000 Hoosiers have been fully vaccinated against the coronavirus. Monday, the state health department opened up vaccinations to those 65 and older. Hoosiers in that age group comprise 22.5% of our population, but account for just over 64% of the hospitalizations and more than 93% of COVID-19 deaths. Long-term care residents, first responders, and healthcare workers are also eligible to get a vaccine right now at no cost. Appointments can be made by going to ourshot.in.gov or you can call 211.
Lauren, with more Hoosiers getting vaccinated, you may be wondering if you can stop social distancing and start going back to hugging or sitting close to friends and family. Working for you, we took those questions to the health experts. They recommended against socializing in large groups even after you're vaccinated against COVID-19. Dr. Christopher Belcher is the Infection Prevention Medical Director at Ascension St. Vincent, and he says a week or two after the second shot, people have reached pretty good immunity against the virus. But he says there's still a chance you can catch it or spread it.
And we don't know with the vaccine if people are able to still spread the disease and we may be asymptomatically spreading it around. So lots and lots of concerns with vaccinated people, throwing caution to the wind.
Also, Dr. Belcher says he is concerned about the vaccine not being as effective against the new variants of the virus, Lauren.
Well, speaking of those new variants, Megan, at least 32 states, including Indiana, are reporting cases of the COVID-19 variants. The CDC says there are at least 471 cases of the strains that were first reported in the UK, South Africa, and Brazil. Most of the cases are the more contagious variant, first detected in the UK. That variant is most prevalent in Florida, California, New York, and Michigan. The strain that was first detected in South Africa was found in 2 people in South Carolina and 1 in Maryland. And Minnesota recently reported a case of the strain first linked to Brazil.
When it comes to career information, WRTV is the place to go. Our Hiring Hoosiers initiative connects you to all things employment related. Today, an e-commerce facility in Lebanon is holding a hiring event. XPO Logistics is looking to fill more than 150 positions. The job fair goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 135 South Mount Zion Road. You're encouraged to apply online ahead of time, but walk-ins are still welcome.
Well, San Francisco-based company is looking to hire Hoosiers. Stitch Fix Inc. That is an online personal styling service. The company plans to create nearly 1,000 jobs in central Indiana over the next 5 years. According to a tax incentive agreement, Stitch Fix will invest more than $19 million in existing warehouses out in Plainfield. Stitch Fix has more than 3 million clients and operates warehouses all across the country.
And this morning, there's help available for Hoosiers looking to enter the workforce for the first time. Youth Employment Services is helping young people to turn their passion into a plan. Julie Barrett is the Workforce Development Manager at the Martindale Brightwood Community Development Corporation. Her job is to help people looking to find work in a field they're interested in, and then see what skills they need to land that job and turn it into a career. Barrett says success through working with her comes with tough love.
You can't bring me no bull. Don't do that. We are all about trying to make sure you are set up for success. You may not know where you're going to go, but you know your passion, you want to do something different, and then it's up to us to help you navigate your way.
The SND program is for Hoosiers who are 16 to 24 years old and out of school. You can learn more about it by going to yesnd317.org. We'll have a link to it on our website, WRTV.com.
It is 4:37. An event that empowers Black artists to tell their stories is providing more than a platform in 2021. It's also providing all the money needed to bring those stories to life. Onyx Fest is an annual theater festival in Indianapolis exclusively for African-American playwrights. Now this year, the organization will award full production grants to 5 people. The winners will receive royalties along with stipends to pay the actors, directors, and others who work on the show. Onyx Fest 2021 director Vernon Williams encourages playwrights of all experience levels to apply.
We want people to use their imagination and their experiences to help paint that kaleidoscope of the Black experience that should be reflected more on stage. Don't let the fact that you haven't done this before, or you've only done it on a small scale, or you've only written for church plays or for school plays, don't let any of that stop you, because some of the best talent is yet to be discovered.
Well, the grant also includes money for set design, props, costumes, makeup, theater rental, and marketing. A jury of theater professionals will read each script and pick 5 winners. You can apply at onyxfest.com. The deadline is February 28th. For more information about the requirements, go to WRTV.com and just click on that story.
Americans may be able to enjoy an outdoor festival or sporting event sooner than you think. Up next, the encouraging prediction from Dr. Anthony Fauci. Todd.
And we have a pretty quiet day ahead of us here on this Groundhog Day in central Indiana. Off to our east, though, it continues to snow, and they continue to have heavy snow across the northeast as that massive nor'easter continues to slowly make its way up the coast. We're talking about another storm in our area by midweek, followed by the coldest air so far this winter season for the weekend. More on that coming up when Good Morning Indiana continues right here on WRTV.
Parker.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. A nationwide mask mandate is now in effect for all public transportation. That includes planes, trains, buses, boats, taxis, and ride shares. The order from the CDC and President Biden went into effect at 11:59 Monday night. Anyone caught violating it could face fines or be denied boarding. The Department of Homeland Security has already given TSA workers the authority to enforce the new rule at airports across the nation. Delta says it has banned about 900 people from flights for refusing to follow its mask policy. United Airlines has more than 600 people on its no-fly list.
Lauren, several concerts, events, and other outdoor activities have already been canceled this year due to the ongoing pandemic, of course. And yesterday, the Athletic Club Foundation of Indianapolis announced it is once again canceling the St. Patrick's Day Parade and the Shamrock Run and Walk in downtown Indy. Just last week, officials announced cancellations of Coachella and Stagecoach concerts. But Dr. Anthony Fauci is hopeful that things could get back to normal sooner than we think if vaccination efforts improve.
As we get into the summer, I believe you're going to be able to see that you'll have spectators at the game. They may not be crowded next to each other, seat by seat. It may be separated by a few seats, but I feel confident that if we do it right, we will be able to get spectators to some degree at sports events that are outdoor.
Dr. Fauci also said he believes herd immunity can be reached by the fall if 70 to 80% of the population is vaccinated. President Biden and Republican lawmakers failed to reach a deal on a COVID relief package last night, Lauren.
Yeah, Megan, but this morning talks continue to try and get a bipartisan agreement that will help struggling American families. ABC's Faith Abube is in Washington now with the latest.
A show of bipartisanship inside the Oval Office, but the only real agreement out of the nearly 2-hour meeting between President Biden and GOP lawmakers is to keep the conversation going on a COVID relief package.
We talked about differences, and I don't think he would intend to signal any changes on his part, nor would we. And so this was the first step.
Republicans and Democrats still far apart on a compromise after 10 GOP senators proposed a slimmed-down version of Biden's nearly $2 trillion aid package. The Republican plan, $600 billion.
We didn't pull $1.9 trillion out of the sky. What we did was go line by line and figure out how to meet the challenges that the public was facing.
While Biden's proposal calls for $1,400 direct payments to most Americans, Republicans want to limit the checks to $1,000 and send them to only lower-income Americans. But there is some common ground. Both sides calling for $160 billion for vaccines and testing and small businesses. This as health officials warn another coronavirus surge could be on the horizon. 35 states are now battling the more contagious variant. The White House urging them to speed up vaccinations, but some are facing challenges. New data from the CDC found less than 8% of the U.S. population has been vaccinated.
Viruses cannot mutate if they don't replicate. And if you stop their replication by vaccinating widely, you will not get mutations.
And while talks continue on COVID relief, Democrats are signaling they are willing to move forward alone if they have to. They filed a joint budget resolution yesterday, kicking off a process that could pass Biden's plan without GOP support. Faith Abube, ABC News, Washington.
It is 4:46. You may have seen warnings about posting your COVID vaccination card online, and that's because it has personal information on it that can be easily obtained by scammers. Some scammers are also using the cards to create fake ones to sell. That's why scientists at MIT have created a more sophisticated vaccination card. This paper ticket does not require the use of your personal information like name and birth date. It's embedded with several codes that track where and when you got your vaccine. The card also can be used to report side effects. Researchers are working on an app version.
Lauren, SpaceX is continuing to make history. The company is launching its first commercial mission to space with an all-civilian crew. 37-year-old businessman Jared Isaacman is funding the multi-million-dollar trip for himself and 3 others. One seat is already taken. It was given to a frontline healthcare worker who is also a St. Jude ambassador. 2 other seats are up for grabs, though, and you could be the lucky winner. All you have to do is donate to at least $10 to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital hospital or launch an online store through Isaacman's company. That's Shift for Shop, the number 4. And it's not clear yet when the winner will be chosen, but the launch date will be sometime at the end of this year. Time now is 4:47. Let's get a check of weather with Todd Kloss. And Todd, it is Groundhog Day.
It is Groundhog Day, so the big question is, will the groundhog see its shadow and have 6 more weeks of winter? There's a chance here in central Indiana. Groundhog could see its shadow. We'll see what the official one over there in Puxatawney sees in Pennsylvania. But either way, as I always say, don't trust the groundhog. It's going to feel like Arctic tundra here by the time we get to the weekend. More on that. Here's a live look in Bloomington right now, where we have snow on the ground. Still, that's the case across much of central Indiana without the sunshine yesterday. There wasn't a whole lot of melting that took place. 23 is the current temperature in Indy. Feels like 12 degrees because once again, we have this wind that's out of the northwest at 10 miles per hour. Temperatures across the area in the teens and 20s. 17 in Richmond, 19 Tipton, right at 20 degrees in Bloomington, 26 with a little band of cloud cover here on the western side of the state, keeping the temperatures just a little bit warmer, but it feels like it's 14 right now in Terre Haute. 8 is what it feels like in Muncie, and again 12 is what it really feels like in Indianapolis. That's why you need to bundle up. I'll show you the wind chill values here hour by hour as we work our way throughout the course of the morning and into the afternoon. By the time we get to the afternoon, it's only going to feel like it's about 20 degrees out there, and the real temperatures will eventually climb up into the 30-degree range once again. The best opportunity for some sunshine today will be the first few hours here this morning, and then we'll kind of see the clouds gather, and it'll become mostly cloudy as we work our way into the afternoon and eventually to the evening hours. Here's that little band of cloud cover, just keeping the temperatures slightly warmer on the western side of the state. You don't have to worry about any precipitation, but here is that massive nor'easter coming up the East Coast. Chatted with my mom in Northeast Jersey right before I went to bed around 8 o'clock. She had about 20 inches of snow, and it was still snowing, and here it is still snowing this morning. So it's been a whopper of a storm there. You'll hear more from that with our friends from ABC News here throughout the course of the morning and into Good Morning America. As we go throughout the course of the evening hours, temperatures are in the mid to upper 20s, mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow's a good day for us. Partly cloudy skies. It features the most sunshine this week. Temperatures into the mid 30s. And then once we get to the day on Thursday, it's not a big major storm system heading our way, but temperatures will be in the 30s and 40s on Thursday. So most of this will be in the form of just some plain old rain. If it gets in here a little earlier in the morning hours, it could briefly start off as a little bit of a wintry mix, but it should go over to all rain. It's mainly a rain event for us throughout the day. Could end as a few snow showers as we head into Friday. And then we get to the weekend. Saturday, 26. By Sunday morning, we're below 0. 8 on Sunday and -8 on Monday morning. Those are actual temperatures. Wind chill values over the course of the weekend, especially in the morning hours, Lauren, could be as cold as -20 to -30 degrees.
Whew. All right, Todd, thank you so much. Let's take a look right now at your commute. This is I-65 at West Street and MLK. We're on the right side of your screen. You can see that we do still have construction out there this morning. You'll need to watch out for in the right lane. In both directions, we really have some lane restrictions heading through the north split, especially at the Meridian Street exit in the overnight hours. That's scheduled to wrap up around 5 o'clock this morning, but of course, we'll keep you updated. You can see we do have a few slowdowns here at West Street and MLK, just as you're traveling north of the downtown area, so just be aware of that. Pay very close attention as you're driving there and watch for crews out there working.
Yes, take it slow. Thank you, Lauren. And despite less travel in 2020, bed bugs were still biting and they were rampant in Midwest cities. On Monday, Orkin released its annual list of the top 50 bed bug cities. Chicago came in at number 1 and 6 other Midwest cities rounded out the top 10. Indianapolis came in at number 7. The list is based on data from where the pest removal company performed the most bed bug treatments from December 2019 to November 2020, Lauren.
Well, Nike is out with a new shoe that looks just as comfy as it is. You can see it's ridiculous. The Go Fly Ease is the first pair of laceless sneakers. They can easily be put on and removed without using your hands, which is everyone's goal, right? So all you have to do is step into them and they form into normal looking tennis shoes. The tension band holds them in place, and taking them off is as simple as stepping on the heel, which is how I take off my tennis shoes anyways. The Go Fly Ease will be available for $120 beginning February 15th, but you do have to be a subscriber to the free membership program on Nike's website. Broader availability will come in the later year. There you go.
They look
kind
good.
of just pops onto your foot.
It does. Easy for the morning shift. All right.
Yes.
Well, an Indiana woman received a life-changing gift for a milestone birthday. Up next, see the wonderful surprise. Time now is 4:52. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break. Worth a round of applause. Mildred Grassman received her second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine on her 100th birthday. And when she received her first dose, you guys, a few weeks ago, she mentioned that her follow-up appointment was on her special day. So volunteer nurse Claire Gammon, who gave Mildred both vaccines, organized a surprise celebration.
When Mildred came in today to get her vaccine, they played Happy Birthday across the loudspeaker. And of course she had a mask on, so we didn't really get to see her face light up, but I imagine under that mask that she was completely surprised.
Well, I never had anything like that in my life. I feel like a queen. To get all this attention, oh, that's wonderful. I'll never forget.
Happy birthday, Mildred. And this is at Ascension St. Vincent Clinic in Evansville. Pharmacists say that Mildred could not celebrate her birthday with friends and family who have not been vaccinated yet. So they were excited to make the day special for her. Well, Todd, what a special event.
Yeah, that's awesome, right?
Yeah, makes you want to smile on this whole day.
Absolutely. Look at all those balloons as well. Yeah. All right. Here's a pretty active 7-day planning forecast. We don't have any major storms heading our way. That is the good news. And the first one on Thursday is mainly rain. But what's active is the temperatures. It's up and down. And draw your attention, and I think it's probably there already, to the right side of your screen in the weekend and next week as we get our first big Arctic blast of air coming in. Highs on Sunday and Monday, maybe only in the single digits. They may be a little generous, the temperatures I put there. Actual temperatures Sunday and Monday morning will be below zero. That means wind chills also below zero. Actually could be as cold as minus 30 degrees across the area. So kind of prepare yourself for that. But today and tomorrow, pretty quiet across the area with some sunshine. We'll break it all down for you. Have your latest news headlines as well when Raphael joins the ladies and myself coming up here at 5 o'clock.